the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shador.
Right, it's about to get worse.
Dion already doing that. We all saw what we saw, and you know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's
like when you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He push him like, get off of me. Get off of me. Get off me. No, don't touch me. Was it worth the $30,000? Now? In the moment.
In that moment.
In the moment.
Use up.
You remember? Was it bingo night or was it? 44. You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But I'm gonna keep it high level. This is gonna just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. this whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is, I am undefeated.
Oh, come on. And me playing basketball, and I just want to light up.
he's getting up.
And show, yeah, we doing this for real.
He's first.
I want to go rebound. Shoot.
This one?
Cut that up, baby. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. Y'all know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear it from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song I got.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
You think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail.
Okay, you know what, big dog?
Yes.
I ain't light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now.
Let's get
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it. Y'all like, where he been? Here I am, R.A.W., a terrorist, here to bring trouble to. What's up, baby? Oh, my God. I've been in itty-bitty land, man. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, I know. It was spring break. It still is spring break. These kids still out here, no curfew, out here acting a donkey. But love to everybody who was missing your boy. I miss y'all too, man. You know how the game goes. Had to take these kids on their vacation, so they went on a Disney cruise. Man, if y'all have never been on a Disney cruise, and they are not paying me to say this, go on a Disney cruise. If you got itty bitties, go on a Disney cruise. Simple as that. It's the easiest, simplest thing in the world. Man, they take care of you, and them kids are running the asylum. They are running the prison, as they say. The inmates are running the prison, man. The kids are loving life. Never seen something so designed for itty bitties in my life. And the adults have fun too. Real spit. So we had a great time, man. Went to the Bahamas and Mexico. How the hell you do both? I don't know. That boat was moving. We went everywhere, and the kids love life. We're back here at the crib, ready to get some work in. So love to all you guys who's up in here. I see y'all. I know. I don't be telling people what I be doing. As my grandma said, don't let your left hand know what your right hand doing. I'll be like, all right, grandma, I remember you said that. So I don't be telling y'all nothing. Then I show up on a Friday, the worst day of the week. Friday is always the worst day of the week. Y'all don't know what y'all be doing Thursday night, but y'all don't like getting up. But it's all good. We are here. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see if we got anybody in the building. Anthony Smith, I see you, big dog, little big man. Yes, Aheezy. All y'all, love to you guys. We're going to have some fun today. Ron Dizzle, I see you. All right, let's start off with, let's just get the headline out the way. LeBron James, he wants to, the NBA trying to expand. He trying to contract. He like, nah, we don't need that many teams. Let's get rid of one. Let's get a run team. And y'all know what team that is. Get rid of it.
Staying at the fucking Hyatt at 41 years old. You think I want to do that shit? Being in Memphis on a fucking random-ass Thursday? I'm not like the first guy even talk about it.
Now, y'all know what he's talking about, right? The Memphis Grizzlies, if you didn't hear him, because everybody laughing at every joke he says, even if it's not a joke, it's just because LeBron is there. And I'm nervous, and I'm so fond of him. Okay, it's one of those. You know that. We've all been there. Either you've been to LeBron or you've been to Laugher. Either way, you know what this is. But he's talking about going to Memphis, and they still stay at the Hyatt. Huh? Ain't nothing wrong with the Hyatt. It's just, what's wrong with the options? We ain't got no options. Boy, the NBA, when they travel, they go first class. Let me say, first class. This ain't the NFL. We ain't got 60 people with us, just 60 players, and they all 300 pounds. Nah. This the NBA. The Hyatt? Okay. That's where that Disney cruise stopped at.
Yeah, like we all like, you guys have to move. Just go over to Nashville. You got Vanderbilt over there. You got the fucking NASCAR. You got a stadium. Don't they got a hockey team too?
Yeah, Predators.
Yeah. Like they got everything.
Doesn't look like LeBron's going to be on the Grizzlies anytime soon, so Grizzly fans out there.
Yeah, they know. Their only chance was in 2003 if they would have won the lottery to get me there. And I might have pulled a Eli Manning and not showed up
For the game.
Damn. Blah. Okay, so everybody trying to make waves of that. Oh, LeBron, you don't like Memphis. LeBron, what's wrong with Memphis? It ain't just LeBron.
Man, I used to hate flying into Memphis, bro.
What'd you coming to that FedEx? Them boys maybe had him for cracking.
I mean, we gonna stay at that West, and I'm gonna walk across. I'm walking across the street on game day to get to the.
What's your least favorite city? Everybody's got to have one.
Yeah, Memphis probably. I mean, the hotel is probably the worst hotel in the NBA. The food there is good though.
Did you ever walk into a hotel room and just be like, wow, thousands of people have slept in this bed before me?
Yeah. Especially when we go to Memphis. Like, damn. My hotels ain't nothing in Memphis.
I mean, I may be talking to y'all, and y'all like, this sounds like stranger danger talk. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean, Wiley? How y'all travel? How I dress y'all up? Let me tell you. When you go to these cities, police escorts. When you go to these cities, you are the toast of the town. When you go to these cities, you are the fine girl in the supermarket. Right? Now, what's your pickup line? The hotel. What's your pickup line? How we travel with our amenities. What's the pickup line? What's the stadium and this locker room looking like? Right? That's how they recruit the people and the players on their team. How the hell you think they get to us? Right? So when we show up, think about it. This is a commercial. This is a recruiting message. If you're Memphis, oh, not only do we have our Grizzlies, but we have the Lakers in town. And if the Lakers are in town, how do you get a Laker to ever say in free agency, I respect another place? You show them a good time. Well, when they there, it sounds like the only thing that's going down that's good are the wings and things. It's not the hotel.
That shit be dirty. I walked in the Memphis hotel one time. I had stains and shit on the bed.
Stains and shit.
Stains and shit.
They broke in your room for you.
Nah, they ain't breaking in. But
no, I'm saying they broke it in.
Yeah.
But it's Memphis, so they might have also broke in.
For sure. Memphis, shout out.
Shout out Memphis.
Yeah.
Shoot out Memphis.
Nah, shoot out.
Memphis, which should probably be in Nashville, should be an Eastern Conference team. Adam, let them just do us all a favor and take the team to Nashville. No harm, no foul. The relocation fee, it's a swap. See that arena? You ain't got to pay the relocation fee. So no harm, no foul there.
Far off, I don't think that's the reason why. I just don't think it's a destination city. You know, Nashville's one of those cities that people enjoy Memphis, it is in Tennessee, so you get a tax cut, like it's good on taxes. But it's just not a city that's pretty, I guess you would say.
Oh, Memphis is easily the worst.
Yeah.
Easily the worst. You usually stay at the West End across from the hotel, and that's the only.
Is the Peacock there?
The Peabody.
Peabody.
With the ducks.
Yeah. Peabody.
What they have the.
Yo, the funk. Oh, man. Look, I'm old. I ain't played in a while. I ain't been to these stadiums as a player in a while. But I do remember going to some of them. All right. So when we went to Baltimore the first time, I kind of was like, okay. But a lot of NFL stadiums are in the hood. Because it's the cheap land, right? So, it's probably NBA arenas as well. But we stayed in the NFL, it's always kind of like Hyatt Westin level max. We don't get Ritz-Carlton. We don't get Four Seasons. We don't get that NBA experience. So we ain't falling from the heavens when it comes to it like a bad hotel. It's like, all right, you know what I mean? Double beds. Like NFL, that ain't what we do, right? We ain't fancy like that. We ain't passing the Grey Poupon. We got French's mustard. But at the same time, the crazy thing is, that Baltimore experience was weird. Everybody talking about, let's go to the harbor and let's just go hang. I was like, are we okay? Are we in the same country? What you mean harbor? I ain't going to paddle boat. Like, what is some of these cities just ain't cities like the other cities. United States of America ain't united. Let's just say that. We disconnected like a mug. Because I live in L.A. We don't do things like that. Just saying.
Gooses or the ducks?
Give me your best waddle.
No,
and he just
people got to
pick up a video of him running.
Pay for that. Yeah, you got to pay for that action.
That's cute.
But
okay,
yes.
What cities have the worst hotels?
Ooh,
Memphis.
Oh,
For sure. We had an issue there where we used to stay at one hotel in Memphis, and this dates back. We stopped staying there because their sprinklers just went off for no reason in the room and drenched all the Andrew Bogut stuff, like the sprinkler system, like it was a fire. Just went off, drenched all bogus stuff, and they didn't want to do anything about it.
They probably couldn't. What you mean didn't want to? You ever go to them hotels? You be like, you call down, yes. Is anyone available to clean and steam my suit? I have an event tonight at 5 p.m. at the Waldorf, the other hotel, and they like, huh? Hold on, baby, hold on. You're like, what? Like, if you don't come up here, then next thing you know, you putting that damn iron, you put the iron full of water, and you try to keep it like half a foot away from your clothes and hit it a gang of times, that button. Or you hit them with the ghetto steamer, you put it in the shower, close the door, tear up their water bill, but you got your clothes getting steamed in that little ass bathroom. You ever been there? Yeah.
So we switched hotels then, right? So it's been an issue. It's gotten a little better, I must say, but it's still not the other cities.
Is New Orleans and Memphis the worst destinations in the NBA?
Oh, New Orleans. Oh, I can't stand on New Orleans. People hate me because I hate New Orleans. I wore some Air Force Ones one time there, and no lie, I was walking like I normally walk. You know, you walk flat foot like a platypus when you got on them ones. You like, you ain't about to scuff mine up. New Orleans said, hold my beer. New Orleans messed my I said, this is the dirtiest. I saw green and pink and orange colored liquids and poop and horses and it was just humid. It was a different type of humidity. The bugs were bigger. I was like, all this for some seafood? Hell no.
You know, Memphis probably is the worst NBA city. During the playoffs, people got robbed. The fact that you get robbed walking across the street back to the hotel is insane. The Memphis is the trenches, and everybody know that. But they got good food.
Yeah, see? Just like New Orleans, trying to sell me on some food. I ain't about to die over your food. I ain't about to die and get robbed over your food. Let's call it what it is. It's hood. It's hood. It's ghetto. It ain't first class. They don't know how to act. Yeah, you. Whoever I'm talking to. Whoever just got mad at that, you. Yeah, man, dang. Golly, it's just a bad place. Everybody know it too. It's one of the funniest things, the codes and how we supposed to respect stuff that we know we don't like. Like, respect is a weird word. Like, you're supposed to earn it, right? But then when sometimes things don't earn it, people don't earn it, we still give it. You know damn well that person that got last place in that track meet don't deserve your respect, but you're still sitting there. You clapping for last place because it's taking them 2 hours to finish. But then, all right, so they got 9th place and they taking forever. That's respect, right? But why you ain't clap for 8th place, 7th place, 6th place, 5th place, 4th place? Nobody clapping. They just like, whatever. It's weird. We give out respect sometimes just in a stupid way. And it catches a lot of people up. You know, I'm following that whole, I'm not going to do it on this show, but the whole Gucci man getting robbed and all this stuff. Like, respect really goes into a lot of stuff. It makes people act a way that they know they shouldn't be acting, but they acted that way so you don't disrespect me or you going to respect me. I don't give a damn if you respect me or not. I really don't. I'm trying to tell you. I don't care if you respect me because I don't know you. Like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? Oh, respect Wiley. Oh, fuck Wiley. Whatever. It's Wiley. Like, I'm over here. It's almost like somebody's swinging at you. Like, words to me sometimes be like swinging. You're swinging at me, but how they connecting? They not. I don't know you. I don't think higher of you or lower of you. I don't. I just don't know. Like, the existence of you is just empty. And now you can fill it in as we connect, right? But I have a cordiality for everybody. I like everybody until you show me I shouldn't. And then at that same time, I'm like, I don't like that about you. But I'm not going to throw away the baby with the bathwater. But this respect, living on code, I got to respect the hood. Nobody like the hood. Will we stop lying? Everybody hates the hood. And if you don't, you just been desensitized. You'd have accepted your lies. That's only, okay, everybody love the hood. Why everybody got to leave? Everybody got to leave. Okay. What happened when you stay? Anybody? Yeah, it got quiet. All right, so anyway, man, stop with this fake ass respect. You know what I mean? You ain't got to respect Memphis. I'm just joking. I'm joking a little bit because Memphis is, I've never been, I don't think. If I have, it wasn't memorable. So Memphis, Nashville, Memphis. Did the Titans play there one time? Titans, when they were building their stadium, we played. And I think they relocated us to Memphis. Yeah, I think we did play at the University of Memphis. Yep, and that field was booty. That was budget. I don't know what the hell that was. I was like, is this college or high school? And they were like, man, this is college. I was like, oh, Columbia had better. Y'all ready to talk about Jerry Jones? Me too. All right, let me do this the right way. Let me beat it up in the comments. Y'all stupid. Y'all mad at Memphis, mad at me for saying I don't like Memphis. It's a lot of cities I don't like. Oh, well, you ain't got to like my city either. Like people hate on L.A. How you hate on L.A.? But people do. And I don't get into too many arguments. I'm like, I ain't got all day to be talking about how fresh L.A. is to you. You don't get it, you just don't get it, okay? So, yeah, let's beat it up in the comments. Let's get to our top fans, first of all, top 5 right here. See, we clap for everybody on this show. Anthony Smith is 5th. Lil Big Man is number 4. Fry Bryce is back in the building, number 3. Darren the Jedi Knight is 2. And Randy Ballin' number 1. Love you guys, man. Become members. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and become members. Help us continue to grow. We have some great stuff going on behind the scenes that will be in front of the scenes, and they'll get there even faster if y'all start liking these videos. That's how the game goes, right? So real spit. Let me read one of these comments because somebody says, now, Marcellus, I completely understand that you're a grown man who has a family, many responsibilities. However, I just came across your podcast and immediately became a fan, so you can't disappear. Oh, that's love. I didn't know where you were going with that. Oh, appreciate it. I ain't disappeared. Damn, it's been 3 days. Was it? Like a week? Maybe a week. I don't know. I brought all my equipment to do it on the road and do it on the boat, do it on the cruise. I was like, man, I got there. I was like, man, I ain't about to rob my itty bitties and rob y'all. Because if I do the show without me doing the show, it ain't the show. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm really doing it for clicks and views. Hey, I just had a beer. Hey, my kids are running around over there. Hey, look at me, guys. I don't have any videos, any clips, but I'm right here. I just want to let you guys know that I think that Emmanuel Acho and Jason Whitlock and Cam Newton, y'all be like, man, if you don't get off your phone. So I didn't want to do that kind of video for you. Even though I may in the future. You never know. But I didn't do it this time. But Jerry Jones, when he sees the camera, he don't give a damn. He going to say something. Let's get into this George Pickens situation. It's getting a little dicey over there.
Beyond the franchise tag?
I think your would refer to contact with agent, and we haven't.
Do you anticipate
haven't been. I mean, we have contact with the agent, but we haven't been.
Do you anticipate trying to get something done before the July 15th deadline?
Jerry Jones been the same age for like 30 years. Be real. I mean, obviously we've seen him look younger before. We never seen him look older because he ain't never been older. But the point is, he been this age for like 30 years, for real. This is the same Jerry Jones I met when he gave me all that money in Dallas. Thank you, Jerry. Woo. Wish I would have earned a little more of it. But, hey, that's how the game goes. George Pickens will, right? They talking about George Pickens and the agent situation. We're going to get into it. Some of the quotes he said about David Mulugeta. And I told you guys about the alliances and the superpowers and the super agents. All the stuff I've been telling y'all about. Then they be living it out. And then they be calling me a hater because I say it too soon. That's how the game goes.
I don't know. The franchise tag has an automatic time frame on it. And all of us will, and it's my plan and our thought that we'll all be working within the time frame of the conditions of the franchise tag.
Now, at a certain age, no one gets their suits custom anymore. You notice that? Like, rich or super rich and just old, super old, just off the rack works.
So it should play itself out, is the best way for me to say it. Make no mistake about it, we have long-term plans in mind for Pickens.
Did y'all hear that? Pickens ain't going nowhere. We pick Pickens and we gonna keep picking with Pickens. I bet internally some of them are like, yo, this is our best receiver. That dude was a beast last year. When he had his head screwed on straight, it was silly out there, real spit. But not everybody's loving those comments by Jerry Jones. You wanna know why? Because of the top part that you really didn't hear here, which is a little bit of clickbait by Mike Garofalo, but at the same time, it's out there. So let's give it some love. I asked Jerry Jones if George Pickens had said he wants negotiations to go through agent David Mulugeta. Jones said he's talked to agents over the years and has no issue doing that. But if he worked without an agent, he saved a lot of money. After a pause, he added, with me. So Jerry Jones is getting, at his old age, you know, they say if you've lived a long time, especially if you live longer than you will live. So all of us, that's around, let's say 50, maybe 60 for some of us. Some of y'all gonna live to be 110, 112, but most of us around 50, it's the third quarter of your life, just being real. You ain't gonna make it to 100, right? I love to live forever. And then if I can't go forever, I want to live as long as I can. But then people always say, man, you might be a vegetable. I said, vegetables are good for you. Let me stop. I want to live. I just want to be here. They be like, what if you ain't even here, but your body here? I'm like, you don't know that. You know how like E.T. when he landed, he couldn't talk at first with Elliot and them. They were like, he was Reese's, you know. He didn't know anything. By the end, before he left, he was talking in complete fluid sentences. I can't even say the word. He was eloquent. He was articulate. So the point is, y'all don't know what the hell I'm going through in there. I may be devolving into something you don't understand, but to itty bitties or just to me, I get it. So do not terminate me. I want to be here forever. But if you're like Jerry Jones, when you live longer than you will live, oh yeah, you get to I don't give a funk. I don't care. Jerry Jones is an owner and a GM and a team president. And he literally is going on camera saying, yeah, you get more money from me if you didn't have your damn agent, your representative. Jesus. You know how ghetto gangster that is? Like, Jerry, you can't say that. Yeah, you know what? Man, look, we in this courtroom, all good. We had this case settled, girl, already if you didn't have your lawyer. Now, that's true, actually. That's actually facts. But point is, you can't say that. Jerry don't give a damn. Jerry like, man, look, I own all things Dallas. I don't want to hear it. Well, you know, certain people, Stephen A. Smith, one of them, Jerry, kind of clean it up a little bit.
I'm very disturbed by what Jerry Jones said. I'm going to call him. I'm going to go see him if I can, you know, if he will allow me to, because I'm not comfortable with what words I just heard.
That was a flex, all flex, good flex too. And the best flex is when you're not full flex, because he said, I'm going to call him. All right, I got him on, you know, like Tiger Woods when he crashed, first thing he do is call Trump. And it's crazy because when I was at the White House, when I went to that was a year ago. I went to the White House. Guess who was there? Tiger Woods. So I ain't get Donald Trump's number, but Tiger did. He was on stage with him. I wasn't on stage with him. That's why I didn't get his number. But the point is, how you going to crash out and the first person you call is Donald Trump? Like, you almost over, that's full flex. You overflexed. Donald Trump can't do nothing for you in that moment. Now, he could do something for you when you all locked up and all that stuff. He's like, man, let that fool go, right? He could easily get you out of prison and all that federal charges. Right then, you needed to have that sticker or that little card that they give you, especially in Florida. You know how many times I got cards from, like, deputies and sheriffs and all that kind of stuff? Like, when I'm out of the state, they be like, hey, Wiley, go Bills. Hey, Wiley, go Jaguars. Hey, here's my card. You ever get into some trouble, just drop this card on them. They know who I am. They know me down here, these parts. Right, you do that. You don't call the damn president of the country. I think he busy right now. He firing Bondi. He over there trying to figure out this Iran war that they ain't gonna ever end. He kind of busy. He trying to run from that Epstein. Like, girl, I told you to handle that day one. You messed it on. Fire your ass. Like, he got a lot of problems. Taking a Tiger Woods call and say, all right, what are you gonna do? All right, put the sheriff on the phone. Hey, this is President Donald Trump. Can you let him go? They got body cams on, man. He ain't doing nothing. You overflex. Now, this was a flex too, but at the same time he said, if he allows me to meet with him. Did you catch that? That was deep. I see you, Steve. Stephen A is a genius, y'all. Y'all better understand this, man.
Come out of Jerry Jones' mouth. Look at the reporters behind him. Look at their faces when you brought up Daddy coming to, well, yo, man, come on now. I mean, that's a very, very uncomfortable thing. I love me some Jerry Jones. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that's my guy. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's incredibly uncomfortable to say. And I know what he meant in terms of a player talking to him and coming to him and saying, I want X, Y, and Z, and then going back to his agent, and then all of a sudden, you know what, it's a different ballgame. That's what he said about Micah Parsons. He had a conversation with Micah Parsons, and Micah Parsons said one thing to him, and then after going to his agent, David Mulugeta, he comes back with a different spin on it all, and Jerry Jones was really turned off about it. And to use his words, I don't play that bleep. That's what he said when he came on my radio show.
Okay, Jerry is playing an art of war game that is really simple. It's so complex, it's simple. He's basically saying, look, I'm going to make you fond of me as I'm fond of you. You're on my team, first of all, so obviously I got some love for you, right? Now, with that fondness, let's grow a personal relationship, or at least a communication line where you come to me and you actually drop your guard, drop your armor, and talk to me. You got to understand, I'm Jerry Jones. I don't have any guard and armor on. You ever seen somebody who really has power, someone who really has money? They not the one out there that's with the muscle. They're not the muscle. They walk around. Watch like Elon Musk walk around. You see all them little dudes that you be like, who's that guy that's always around him? That dude know like 19 degrees of black belt Krav Maga, some stuff. Like he will twist you up, take your gun, discharge it, disarm it, flex it, throw it back at you and shoot you, right? One of them cats. But Elon just out there doing, hi, what's up? Oh, no, I think the world's going to just be the same. Oh, no, I'm going to buy another country. Whatever. But he ain't the muscle. Jerry ain't the muscle. Jerry come in there with that big old baggy suit he got on, just talking to you. And after a while, because you already like, yo, that's Jerry Jones. Yo, that's the owner. And after a while, he's so cool with you, you drop your guard. You're the one that got a guard up because you want something he got. You want his signature on your check. Every check got 2 signatures, right? And you want his to be on yours. So you're like, yo, yeah. And then finally you be like, yeah, we cool. Oh, yeah, sit down, Jerry. Jerry like, yeah, you guys, boy, y'all eating good up here in Dallas, huh? It's a good spot. It's a good place. Yes, it's a family affair here. And then next thing you know, Jerry's like, come here for a second. Let's talk. Next thing you know, you pulling your panties down. Let me stop. You talking to Jerry like he your bestie. And Jerry just listening like, yeah. Ain't nothing you got that I really want. Think about it. You got services and you got skills and you got game. I know how long that's going to last. I've outlived everything you've got to offer me. Oh, you're a tremendous receiver. I've had dozens of them. I've had Michael Irvin somewhere running around here doing a podcast right now, right? Like I know I'm going to birth you and I'm going to watch you go away and I'm still going to be here. And that's what these players get sucked into. They get sucked into, whoa, this is life. And Jerry's like, yeah, part 2, part 10, part 20. He's seen this before. And so then these players start talking to him in one way. Then they got to go back home and tell their agent, who Jerry calls their daddy, because he's like, dog, you a grown-ass man. You just told me what you want. Somebody going to soup that up because they know your value? Okay. Why didn't they know your value before this conversation? Why didn't you know your value before this conversation? Ooh, don't get me started. I could splinter this thing 2 different ways. Oh, Jerry Jones is deep.
Here's the issue. Daddy, mommy, Jerry Jones, watch your mouth. Come on, man, you better than that. Watch it. Because that comes across as very, very wrong. And when you talking about black players, you know how that's going to be perceived.
No, it ain't. Jesus. Golly, we ain't black and white in the locker room. We green. We are green. Enough, Stephen A. You ain't been in the locker room with a jersey on. Enough. It ain't. This sensitivity level right now. Oh, you can't talk about me and say I'm a daddy. I'm black. It didn't offend me. I don't count? Oh, I ain't speaking for the whole? Well, why are you speaking for the whole? Stop. We green in sports, we green. At least in sports we are. In corporate America, we supposed to be as well. I get it. At your job, you're supposed to be as well. But there are some racial issues at times. But it ain't because you said I got a daddy. What is it? Because black people, and what, we talking about the marital rates? We talking about the households and the two nuclear family, 2-parent nuclear family? What we doing here? We throwing slavery? Like, you ain't got no expiration date on all these issues? The man said, dog, you talking to that dude like he your daddy. That's a problem? You came to me, said something, went back, came back, and with a different tune. Who you calling? Who got more power than you, man? Let's test it, Stephen A. I test it. Who gonna make me say something different? My homie? My homie could have said it before. My daddy could have said it before. But I know who can say it, and I don't even have to fight it. I can't fight it. My daddy. Man, y'all need to stop being so sensitive.
That comes across as very, very wrong, highly insensitive. You don't need to be using that verbiage. That's number one. Number two, listen, at some point in time, Jerry has to pay attention to the fact that David Mulugeta is considered one of the best agents in the business.
Facts.
Let's get that out the way right now. This is not a slouch.
Nope.
This is not some novice. This is not some dude that just came along and he's a hanger-on that a player trust, and you're ill-equipped to negotiate a deal.
Let me give it even more than that, because I know David Mulugeta somewhat. I ain't talked to him in a second. But at the same time, when I used to talk to him, and it wasn't even under the prettiest of terms. It was him doing his thing, which is, look, I got some clients here, and I want you to know exactly full context and perspective, because you got a platform and people are listening to you. I just want you to know what is going on. He got everybody too. And I'm going to say this about David Mulugeta's clients. They are, see, this is going to be sensitive to black people, but go ahead. They a gang, but they really are a clique, or whatever you want to call it, Phil Jackson posse. They ride together. I'm going to tell you this. When I had issues with Jalen Ramsey or something like that, and next thing I know, I was getting issues from like 3-4 other players, and I was like, what the hell they got in common with Jalen Ramsey? Then I found out David Mulugeta represented all of them. Oh, he even got a trainer, Quincy Avery. I ain't heard from him in a while, but Quincy Avery, who trained some of the players. They a gang. I call it like it is. People be like, well, why you calling a gang? That's sensitive. Shut up. Don't be in a gang then. It ain't sensitive. They ride together. They down for I don't know what mission statement he got. I don't know what they talking about in they damn David Mulugeta agent meetings, but they ride together. And it's actually something I applaud. Give him some round. I actually like that. I like, oh, y'all looking out for each other. Now, what comes with that is the con of blind loyalty. That means no matter what happens, okay, oh, actually, Marcellus is right, but you ain't part of the gang, so I got to, I hate that stupid part of it. But they do their part. For the most part, it's a positive experience. They ride together, and that's why they're making so much money. Because David Mulugeta said, I got all these cats on one page, lockstep, one page. And then he plays it against the owners. He plays it against them. They're like, oh, you don't like him? You ain't gonna like none of my clients then. And then you look and be like, oh, I want him. Oh, I want him too. Ah, damn it. So that's how you got to cave. Because you may not be, all right, I'm going to play hardball with Micah Parsons, who's a David Mulugeta client. I'm going to play hardball with him. Okay, play hardball with him. He going to get a deal somewhere. But guess what? I'm back. George Pickens is mine too. Now what you want to do? You want to play hardball again? You want to just keep losing out on superstars? Go ahead, bro.
David Mulugeta is recognized as one of the best agents in the world. He's that big time. And to talk about and to use daddy, mommy analogies and all of that stuff, and it comes across wrong, Jerry. It comes across wrong. And it's highly insensitive.
It's not. It really is not. It's highly sensitive to those who are taking it that way. If Jerry Jones can, first of all, is it talking about a daddy a negative? No, dads are good, right? So now, if you're saying somebody has given you greater authority, greater understanding, greater perspective, and you call that person daddy, why is that a slight? Oh, because I didn't know before. Obviously, you didn't know before. You're telling on yourself, bro. Don't get mad at me. I asked you what 2 + 2 was. You said something between 3 and 5. Then you went home, came back and said it was 4. Who told you the right answer? Daddy. Let me stop.
And I'm going to say that. Listen, everybody knows my relationship with Jerry Jones. You know how I feel about him. Hell, I received an award from Nancy Lieberman's foundation, and Jerry Jones was the surprise.
Okay. Blah, blah, blah. I love it, man. I love it when it's a show that's 2-3 hours and they just got to talk it. I've been there before. You better have some stories. Get off the story to tell a story to get back to the story. That's what that was about to turn into. So, love you, Stephen A. See you in a second, brother, but not right now. We can't do all that. So, it's a lot of drama going on in Dallas, in the D.C., Dallas Cowboys. It's always going to be drama because Jerry Jones had so much power. And with that power, everyone's trying to find their avenue, their way into it, right? And it seems like David Mulugeta saying, I know how to beat your power by continuously trying to come at you with another one of my clients that is going to demand top dollar. I ain't going nowhere. Okay, Jerry? So you're going to have to find different ways to attack us because it's nothing but a negotiation. You can't be sensitive. Why you care? Dog, when I went through my negotiations, I was a bum to them. But then they pay you like you are the man. But they going to try to bum you out because they don't want to pay all that. You ever been on that end of the negotiation where somebody wants what you got, which is the money? You got the money, you got the opportunity, they got the talent and the services, right? Your gardener come up to you and say, hey, Marcellus, time to step this up. Speaking of that, I got to pay my gardener. It's time to step this up. Okay? How much I'm paying you right now, big dog? He said, you paying me $1,000 a month. Why your shoulder move like that when you say that? $1,000 a month. Okay. What you want? You know what I want. $2,000. Now, you messed up. You shouldn't have told me a number. You should have just said, how much you think I'm worth? Or whatever. Anyway, $2,000. Double? You doing twice as much yard? See, then he could be worth $2,000. Because I told my wife a week ago, yo, we only paying him $1,000 for all this? Wow, I wouldn't do it. Then he says double, and you know that's reasonable, but you're like, I ain't giving him that because that's what he really wants. Let me give him a little less so I can feel good about it. We all been there. Why is that sensitive? God dang, just get to the money, funny, honey. Get to the green. Stop talking about the black and white. That's what stops people. Oh, itty bitties out there. Kids, do not listen to somebody as soon as they start talking that crazy. They start talking that, oh, it's sensitive. Ooh, that's black. Ooh, that's your money gonna spend the same black or white. Listen to the Jay-Z interview. It's really good on that level. It's really good on him talking about, ain't nobody allowing me to do nothing. Ain't no, all this stuff you believe in, you just been programmed. You got programmed the wrong way. Ain't nobody tripping. I'm on that Disney cruise. I got these little black girls and boys, my kids running around, running over white people, running over white kids. Ain't no racism on Disney cruise. You know why? Because I ain't programmed like that. You know why? Because they ain't acting like that. And if they got a problem with my kids, it's because my kids just did something wrong. Right? Ain't because a black kid did something wrong. It's because the kid did something wrong. The kid just ran into that lady and knocked her down. So stop thinking so crazy, y'all. Come on, man. It really just jays the experience. And then you be like, oh, see, I told you. No, it's called self-fulfilling prophecy. You literally wrote all of that out in your brain and then just waited for it to happen. And then said, see? No, I don't see, actually. I saw everything else you skipped by that was actually to the contrary. Man, I'm dropping knowledge. I'm dropping knowledge right now. Anyway, let's see about the knowledge that's going on in Philadelphia, a rival of the Dallas Cowboys, because they got some problems up there with Jalen Hurts. We're going to talk about that. We got all that to talk about. We got Cousins to the Raiders. We're going to talk about, is that a lifeline to Mendoza? Is he the real deal if you paying Cousins? What? NBA MVP is down to a 3-man race, and they taking shots at each other. Oh, Lord, let's listen to that. Shedeur versus Deshaun, they got that battle. That shouldn't be a battle for real. But if it is a battle, woo, Shedeur, you about to get yours. Let's talk through that. And we got that Jalen Hurts we're going to talk about right now. Is hate or real? Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and become a member of this show. I'm going to drop life lessons through sports and sports media. And that's the game plan. If y'all like it, let me know. Let's see who our top fans are. At GTO 2990 is 5. Who in the hell are you? Respect. D Minor's 4. Okay. V-Dog is 3. Respect. Number 3. Darian the Jedi Knight is 2, and Randy Baldwin is number 1. Y'all tucked up in there. Y'all ain't taking our spots. Respect to you. Okay, let me give V-Dog some love because he just wrote this nice comment about me. Been watching you for years, Marcellus. Always loved your commentary on whatever the current sporting events were and the news and banter around it. I'm a loyal supporter of the show. Yeah, baby. Appreciate you, V-Dog 1988. Like and subscribe to this. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and become a member, V-Dog. How about that? How about you put some action to them words, partner? Let's go.
But we're still, I think, taking apart a guy that's had a lot of success in this league. I don't quite get it.
It happens a lot, though. It feels like it's always happening. People, what we were saying yesterday is it seems like people are way too comfortable talking about bad about the franchise quarterback. Now, you can read that a couple different ways. Are they way too comfortable because they know everybody else feels the same way they feel? So they're like, hell, I'll be the one that anonymously says it, I guess, which I hate, even though you make a living off it. I understand that. I don't really love anonymous sources killing somebody in the same building that they're working for, especially whenever that one guy and what he does on the field helps everybody else's resume out a lot and everything. So I don't love the anonymous source. This guy's the worst, even though
we're not using I'm not using anonymous sources to attack and malign somebody's character, Pat.
True, yeah, you're breaking news, you're saying. Yes. I got it. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so there is a separation. So you probably heard me say this yesterday or somebody say this before where it's like, hey, anonymous sources in sports are crazy. I get like anonymous sources in politics and shit because people could die, okay? And like think the world's can happen. But in like sports, nobody's going to be dying from anonymous sources. I don't think. I mean, I would assume not. So whenever like it's an anonymous source in a building killing somebody, that's what you're saying. Like, hey, let's make sure we...
Yeah. Look, anonymous sources, we're trying to find the absolute in it and then make a verdict, and it's impossible. Because no one's going to die, but you can lose your livelihood, which is going to feel like a near-death experience, right? You go from making whatever you're making to zero just because you told the truth or you told something that everyone wasn't privy to or you took them behind the scenes. It ain't worth it. It's not even about life or death. It's about risk-reward. I've been an anonymous source before, and I've also put my name on it, right? And when I was an anonymous source, it wasn't even like I was saying salacious things. What I was saying is what everyone else was saying underneath the surface, under the radar. So there's a signal that everyone picks up on. PC culture is a signal. Go to a cocktail party tonight. Guarantee your conversation is going to be simple. Ice skating, as they call it, right? You're going to be on the surface. Hey, that looks great. Great dress. Where you from? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, how many kids you got? Oh, where'd you go to school? All that. Blah, blah, blah. Everybody just over there vomiting the same damn info. Okay, yeah, we've been married for 14 years, 15. Boring. But only boring because we know there's more to it. There's deeper conversation. Now, imagine you went to that same cocktail party and it's like, yeah, we just got into a fight in the car on the way. Oh, I can't stand her. She keep texting this dude talking about it's her friend. I'm like, yeah, where your friend just come from? You know what I mean? Like, You're like, whoa, I just asked for another dinner serving, but god dang, like what? What are y'all going through, right? So we obviously know we got to layer this thing. But an anonymous source is sitting there like, look, I know they just had a fight, and I also know they've been married for 14 years and have this beautiful family portrait right here. You want to see it? So you're going to break it down. I don't hate anonymous sources. I don't hate them, even though I know I should. And my principle is I'd rather there not be anonymous sources than there are. But I understand why they exist. Because you can't, how else you going to tell the raw dope? You the VP trying to be the executive VP so you can become the president of an organization. You can't just come out there and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to tell you what the owner did. Man, you won't have a job.
Separate the two from news.
I don't love that. That makes me uneasy. When we're using anonymous sources to talk about somebody's character, or if they want to go on the record and say, I think this guy's a jerk, hey, we'll quote you, no problem. But it's hard in my mind.
Yes.
I don't think it's really fair to have anonymous sources questioning somebody's character. Now,
no. Look, this is the problem with all arguments. We all forget things to bring to the argument. So right now, if my brain was ChatGPT or one of those AI services, and it was 100% accurate, I could recall right and say, type in all the times that Adam Schefter used in breaking news anonymous sources that were talking about more than just performance, talking about their character. I know I would get something, right? You would get something. Point is, right now, McAfee, like, I don't have that as reference, but I know you probably have. But I'm also going to be nice to you because you're on my show. I'm not going to kill you. I'm not going to Dan Orlowski you right now. But so we always fighting with, like, missing bullets. We always missing something. But if you're talking about a player, even if you're talking about his performance, you could still be talking about his character. How many times have you seen somebody drop the ball, mess up, throw a pick six when the game is on the line? And then someone would say, oh, they lost the game. And then someone would say, well, people in the building have said that he's not so into film study. Someone in the building has said, well, he's not the first in, last out. Someone in the building has said that, let's just say his processor is slow. All those things are connected to the performance. But you're talking about the dude's character. You're talking about his work ethic. You're talking about his work habits. You're talking about his acumen. You're talking about all things. So I hate when we going to get holier than thou. Like we don't talk about all the same things, just different ways. Keep it real, bro. You know you do that.
If there are a lot of people and you want to write a news story saying there are multiple people that believe this guy's a jerk, you know, he's rubbed people the wrong way, and give a specific example, okay, I mean, there are examples and ways in which you can do it. But to quote somebody like this guy's a jerk, I don't know. I just don't. I don't love it.
You don't love it. It's a thin line between love and hate. You sure don't hate it. Let me stop. The one thing about it all is I am a big fan of if I'm going to criticize somebody, and that's why I do it. And sometimes people think you clickbaiting or you clout chasing. No, I'm from the era of if I'm a dish you, if I'm not going to flatter you, let's say that, I'm going to put my name and number on it. And I'm going to put your name and number on it. I'm going to say it. If it's coming out as a diss, I got you. Simple as that. Because I'm not trying to clout you, chase you. I'm also not trying to say something about you and then talk around it. Like I'm watching that sensitivity level right now in media. You're going to talk all about somebody but not say their name because you think, oh, that's a flex. That ain't a flex. That's a fake. You scared to talk about the person that's talking about you, or you scared to talk about a person because you don't want to deal with what comes back. So you want to keep it general just in case that person does come back. Guess what they say? I wasn't even talking about you. Negro, please. like, dog, what are y'all doing out here? Dog, I am here for the long run. No matter what I build here in my empire that I am building, this show is always going to be here. You and I are going to always be here. I'm going to always say, look, because I like all these guys. I don't care if they like me. I don't. Because I got itty bitties that love me. And I got a wife that loves me. See, people don't understand what success really looks like. I got a sister that's my best friend. I got 3 other best friends. Like, dog, I do not go to a party saying, I hope Adam Schefter speaks. But they do. And you can tell. That's why they try to play the get along, go along, get along gang. Kwame was right in that respect. And you can hear it right now when they're trying to protect anonymous sources or not protect anonymous sources. Just call it like it is. Balls are balls and strikes are strikes.
There's been places, and once again, my name's on the show, so I can only speak from my perspective of things, which, people get really mad about, but it's like legit. There's articles written about me where they get an anonymous source, and I'm like, I know who you just went to get that. So like,
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Like, dog. That's why I rock with McAfee, because McAfee be like, dog, what are you doing? Like, cut the shit. He calling you out. He gonna say your name. Like, dog, he got a wife. He got a little newborn baby, right? And like, he like, dog, I'm good. Like, all these men out here got to go to the cocktail party and make sure they mingle with each other. Like rap crews. Like, I got to be down with my crew. Dog, I'm down with me and you. That's enough of a crew.
You did that on purpose. Like, this is a clear, I know who said that. So you might as well just write who said that in the entire thing. I think that's what really amplified it. It's like, okay, so you're just going to say, you can't say who I am, but then just make up a bunch of stuff out of context that isn't true. It's like, that's disgusting, I think. I don't think that is how it's supposed to be. But on that note, we've amplified it. We all have. And it's because it's huge news. Mm-hmm. It's a Super Bowl MVP
and like you
quarterback.
Said, and it happens every single year. This is the 10th time we've heard this type of stuff about Jalen Hurts.
Hopefully they get figured out over there.
Blah, blah, blah. Why we keep hearing this about Jalen Hurts? I can hear you right now in the comments. Oh, where there's smoke, there's fire. Let me say it because I know I will forget. I think Jalen Hurts suffers from a Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan persona or character traits and attributes. Meaning, he's so dedicated to his craft and sport and image and brand that there's a little disconnect in terms of his personal relationships with his teammates, right? Because being real, on a football team especially, not everybody there for the same reason, right? Some cats just want their money. Some cats just want to go out there and get that success in the rings and team success. Some cats just going for their individual stats. And some cats are just happy to be there. And Jalen, you can tell, his vision is of grandeur. He is shooting for the stars. That's why he Jordan brand. That's why he is a brand. That's why he took the Kobe picture with the cigar and like everything, the Jordan picture. Everything he does is just like, it's manicured, right? And that's dope. Like, first of all, everybody can have that dream, but you got to be good enough to live out that dream to make it a reality. You got to go to 2 Super Bowls. You got to win one. You got to be the MVP of the Super Bowl. Dude, you got to be a top 10 quarterback. We're going to debate that. Point is, he's that guy. He can do that. But then he got to hang out with these peasants who just happy to be there, who show up late to the meetings, who don't want to run the routes, who don't know the plays. And then he tried, you know how it is. You can't suffer fools for long. You like, and this ain't basketball, right? This ain't basketball where I don't have to pass it to you. This is football. I got to pass it to you. I got to hand it off to you, right? So it's like, I got to work well with these dudes, but you know how it goes when you frustrated. You leak it out. You just act it out. It just comes out your pores. You just be like, oh, this dude. God. Yeah, man. Yeah, run the slant. You're like, God, dog. Whatever that may be, I think that's the only thing that's going on here. Jalen Hurts has not learned the best way to suffer fools. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar dealt with this. That's why Kareem is not in everyone's GOAT conversation as he should be. If you really look at his resume, blind resumes, you're like, that guy. And then it's like, oh, that's Kareem, not Jordan, not Kobe, not LeBron, that guy. And then you be like, oh, you know why they don't say that guy? Because he lost his amplifier. He lost his megaphone when he treated people like, come on, dog. Like Kareem, I know Kareem a little bit. Kareem, if you don't know the answer, don't even ask the question, brother. What you talking about? Like, he that kind of smart. He that kind of chill. So I think Jalen just suffers from that. And then you know how it is when you the one that somebody is treating like, oh, why you act like that? Or what? he just kept it moving. Or he in the meeting quiet because he really focused. You in the meeting loud because you kind of focused. I just see, that's what I see from afar. I don't think Jalen's a bad dude. I think Jalen has a different trajectory, different vision. You know how it is. What they say about Steve Jobs, rest in peace. Hard to work with because he was a visionary. Them cats don't be here with us. They be somewhere else. You be like, out of this world, all you aliens. He in a different space. That's what I see. I don't see an asshole. I don't see all that stuff. It's just, look, he think he, and y'all keep changing his offensive coordinators. And he like, look, I ain't riding with everybody. I ain't jumping in everybody's car. I ain't no hood rat. Like, I ain't riding with anybody just picking me up. Like, every OC got to earn it too. You know what I mean? They just throwing OCs at him like that. One day it's a Lamborghini. Next day it's a Pinto. Next day it's a Ferrari. Next day it's a Hyundai hatchback. Like, what the funk? Do they even have a Hyundai hatchback? So here we go. Let's talk about Jalen Hurts a little deeper. Manuel Acho, break it down to us, big dog. Jalen Hurts, top 10?
Here's my other thing. What significant hate?
Yeah.
The team gave him $255 million. So the team doesn't hate him.
No.
The media voted him an all-pro.
Yep.
So the media collectively, at least those decision makers, I'm one of 50 all-pro voters. So at least those decision makers, they don't hate him so much that they're undermining his ability. The fans and the media voted Jalen Hurts for Super Bowl MVP. Fans are 20%, media's 80%. So what hate? At least what significant hate? A troll on Twitter?
Yeah.
Well, don't do that. Look at that picture. I love it. Caught him in the Urkel. Here we go. Shout out to Jaleel White. That's the homie. Here we go. What significant hate? There does seem to be more headwind and resistance to Jalen Hurts' success than the average bear who has that success. It seems to be that way. I don't know, is it because there's more media now? Because the last time I saw this type of headwind, it was Peyton Manning, not even Tom Brady. Tom Brady didn't get, see, this is the thing. Tom Brady didn't have the headwind because it's like, we ain't seen any of this coming. Like, go ahead then. Go ahead. We're out the way. And Peyton Manning, we was expecting it and holding our breath for so long that when he finally even got close or when he got there, we still was like, yeah, but it was raining. Oh, you didn't play anybody. Prince was the better performance that day than you. You know what I mean? Halftime show. Like, but Jalen Hurts is getting it. And I think it's really because people don't think Jalen Hurts is as good as his success has been. They don't think he's the best quarterback. He's as good a quarterback as his success. Right? It just doesn't seem that way. Right? That's what it is. Dak Prescott, same thing. Like Dak Prescott suffers from, you good enough to do all this winning, but you ain't good enough to win it all. And if you ever win it all, you ain't that good. That's where Dak Prescott lives. It's a place where they just don't believe in you, so no matter what you achieve, they're going to doubt it. And that's what Jalen Hurts is. You got benched in the national championship game. You could never be that great. Y'all get it?
No.
An analyst here, an analyst there. I hate Jalen Hurts, but I say Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback because I believe winning and losing is a quarterback stat. What significant hate? Are you talking about anonymous Twitter trolls? What legitimate hate? Are you talking about a beat writer that gets paid to write a story? What legitimate hate?
Well, that story matters. I mean, it's an ESPN front page article by 2 beat writers or 2 reporters. But the point is, in a world where, like, it's a supermodel and we talking about, well, it's not that pretty. And it's like, didn't she already overqualify for that conversation? Like, you could talk about other attributes and other parts of her, but like, really? She's a supermodel. Like, she looks good. Like, you may not like it, may not be your fancy, but looks good. Almost objectively now, because supermodel, right? That kind of stuff. Like, Jalen Hurts is a Super Bowl MVP. We still talking about he all right? Like, he ain't overqualified for this conversation? I think he is.
Criticism is the cost of praise. I repeat, criticism is the cost of praise.
Man, don't steal my Wileyisms without giving me credit. But he used to do it on the show with me while I was there. I was like, dog, that's my saying. He was like, I know, but do I got to get credit all the time? And I literally said, nah, you don't have to, because I'm sure I stole it from somebody too. But damn, it feels weird when he ain't right there next to me stealing it.
In order to get praised, and Jalen Hurts gets a lot of it, He's going to get criticism. Eagles fans, stop paying attention to a player, an analyst, an opinionist who says Jalen Hurts isn't top 10.
So who do we pay attention to then? You just said every single person that walks this planet. Players, analysts, opinionists, Twitter trolls. Dog, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay for people to doubt people. Jordan was doubted on the way up until he got up there, and then we were like, oh, shoot. Let me shut up with my doubts, right? They used to hate on Michael Jordan. They used to compare him to Ron Harper. Ron Harper better than Michael Jordan. I remember watching that game. I was like, really? And then the knee injury, and then we was like, well, we ain't got to have that conversation anymore. Ron Harper, you're hurt. But everybody's going to deal with some level of it. It's just louder right now, Acho. You know that.
A lot of people think he's top 10. I'm one of them. A lot of people voted him for All-Pro. A lot of people voted him for Super Bowl MVP, and the Eagles gave him a lot of money. So whatever hate you're referencing is such a relevant hate to the grand scheme of Hurts, grand scheme of you, and the grand scheme of the Eagles.
I respect that take right there. Blah, blah, blah. That's really a life lesson take. Like, dog, no matter what you're dealing with, it ain't going to be perfect. Jalen Hurts, what do you think this is going to be perfect? Even Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes deals with hate. Well, oh, the dynasty is over. Oh, why is it over? Because Patrick Mahomes ain't Patrick Mahomes no more. He's the number one quarterback in the NFL. Well, kind of in legacy, but not in reality, right? The quarterbacks are better. Josh Allen's better, right? Lamar Jackson's better, right? Justin Herbert, he didn't even have success. He's better as a quarterback, right? Like, you hear that. Now, how loud is it? I mean, Patrick Mahomes is more likable than Jalen Hurts, so maybe it's not as loud to you. Maybe it's not as loud to us, but it's still noise, and you got to always separate the signal from the noise. I do like that take because he's like, nothing's perfect, so why y'all over here focused in on the imperfections? But then I also don't like that take because it's hypocritical because a lot of people do the same thing in their real world experiences. Acho, he'll block you on Twitter. Acho, he'll mute you on Twitter. Acho, he won't listen to you. He'll call you a troll and all that stuff. I thought you just told me don't focus in on the negatives. So Acho gets lots of love. The dude don't want Emmys and New York Times bestsellers. Why you care about the dudes who hate you? Right? All the stuff. Like every single person, why you care about that? You know it's part of it, so why you care? So that's what he's saying, basically. Why y'all care about the Jalen Hurts hate when all this love is going on? Well, I guess he's human like you. Or at least his fan base is. So let's talk about that Jalen Hurts top 10. Is he really? Let's go a quick little search. A quick yonder. All right, by passer rating, let's go to here. Let's just get to it. By passer rating, Jalen Hurts is 9th. Okay, so that's good. That's my favorite. Look, I ain't got time to be reading through all these things. So when I get to it, I get lazy. I just say, keep it simple. Oh, he's 9th. All right. But then let's just look at everything else. He's 17th in attempts. That means they don't trust him as much in the offense, right? And he plays up. Based on the opportunities, he plays up. You're giving me the 17th most attempts at throwing the football, but I am 9th in rating, even though that's an efficiency model. That's good. But I'm 18th in completions. Barely a notch under what you give me in opportunities. Opportunities are attempts. Completions, that means I carried it out, I executed, right? I'm one notch below, so you can't hate on me. Completion percentage, I took it up some. Y'all only gave me 17. I'm 17th in the league. And I took it up to 15 in completion, but that's another efficiency model. See, I'm going deep on y'all. You know, yo, B, you know I went to an Ivy League, y'all. Don't judge the book by its cover, son. Whatever the hell that means. So, yeah. So these two don't really negate 17, but yards does. Okay? You only gave me 17 in attempts, and I got you 16 yards, but that's also could be into the yak. We got to look into the yak numbers. Let's go. Right? But this is good. Average game, 14. See all these numbers trending higher than the opportunities you gave me? You started me off at 17. She was only 17. Didn't Prince have a song like that? Ooh. See, Prince had, 17, right? I forget the words, but I don't want to put an indictment on them. But now we know in certain states that's okay, but most people are like, oh, that's too young. Back then, different media, different era. You get away with stuff. Let's keep going. I know that was a tangent. Y'all like, what the hell is Wiley talking about? Just saying, same thing with this. Why they over here criticizing Hurts? They ain't do this to Tom Brady. Because it's a different era. It's a different media. It's a different way of looking at things. Okay, average game. He's still clicking. He's still, based on what they gave him, he doing more with it. You gave him $1, he made $1.50. Okay? Touchdowns, 9th. Now that's good. Y'all only give me 17th amount in touch and completion opportunities, attempts. That's the word. And then I go to take it to 9th. I take it to 4th in touchdown percentage. Stop playing with me. This is Jalen Hurts. You better recognize. Longest 79. Interception, 2nd. That means, woo, I'm mid-pack in terms of opportunities, but hey, 2nd best, tied for 2nd best, and taking care of that football, baby. Come on, Jalen Hurts. Do what you do. Do what you do. Okay? Interception percentage, 3rd. Good. 3rd, average pass length. Wow. Wait a minute. 17th in the attempts, 3rd in pass length? That means I'm stretching this ball down the field. 6th in the pass length and completions. And this is when I wanted to see Yak. This is when you got to know that y'all better put some respect on my name. I ain't going to be playing no more. I'm going to be talking about my name. 24th average Yak. Hey, receivers. 17th in attempt, and the only thing that really went under, the only thing that underperforms is this. Y'all ain't getting the ball and going nowhere with it. Not like these other receivers. Look at that Yak. Yakety yak, don't come back. 24th? 24th? That ain't on Hurts. Yards after the catch. How you get tackled? You can say, well, he put the ball in a bad position. He threw it behind me, all that. Yeah. How many times he throw it behind you? How many times he throw it in your mitts and you just got tackled with your stiff ass? All right, so that's, we got to talk about that, all right? But not today right now. We're going to talk about something else because we got to get to Fernando Mendoza. He had his pro day, and also we got to talk about #1 pick overall, and we also got to talk about Kirk Cousins up in the building. What the hell is going on? But first, we got to get some love to Patrick Edwards, who just sent 5 That Dude TV gift memberships. Patrick Edwards. Yeah. Give him some love. Give him love. Patrick Edwards here giving that money up. We got some more members. We got Money Glitch, who ate it up. Bag of Wire, Pompey the Dragon, Tony Giles, and Chris Cardell. Respect. Y'all better say salute, man. Salute to Patrick Edwards for the love. I appreciate when y'all do that. I didn't know you can do that until like a week ago. So now I want everybody to do that. Buy some damn gift packages for somebody else like Patrick Edwards did. Respect. And let's also go through our top 5 fans right now. Patrick Edwards is #1 in my mind, but Mars Madness is 5, D Minor 4, V Dog is 3, Darian the Jedi Knight hanging on at 2, and Randy Ballin at 1. Keep it going. Keep it going, y'all. Respect to y'all for rocking with your boy. Okay. I reloaded. I feel like rapping right now, like some Big Daddy Kane right now. Let it go, let it grow. I just can't hold. Cause I'm back and under man control. You know how many times I've listened to that song and I still don't know what he said? Control to the neck, the rock, the back, and the disco thing. Oh, I love that song. And I still don't know what the hell he's saying. Get a hold, get a roll. I just can't go.
So Fernando Mendoza had his pro day yesterday. It's going to be the #1 pick, Raiders. And he was literally perfect, but it's not completing passes. I saw Louis Riddick and a couple others on the internet talked about this. He literally announced the
that's pretty ball
routes his receivers would be running before because he wanted to make sure that all his receivers were showing to the NFL scouts they know how to run the route tree. And he literally told everybody, okay, this is what we're going to do on this play because he was so self-aware and wanted to ensure that he didn't get all the love.
Okay, that's one way to look at it, but, you know, what does selfish and selfless have in common? Self. That was also a way to flex your computer, flex your brain power, flex your processor. Let the NFL know, I'm not just throwing it on air. I'm not just throwing it to where he is over there. I'm going to tell you where he's going to go. And even if I don't hit him with it, I know what's happening. I know all options at all times. Ooh, that's a flex.
That people there saw how great his wide receivers were. Folks, you were looking at Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was big, smart, self-aware, and understood the NFL game. Leadership is not cool. It's not cool. Leadership is hard. First in the building, first out. Probably shouldn't drink alcohol during the season. Absolutely no parties. I'm sorry, that's leadership.
Man, he preaching gospel right now. I know we've seen so much success with people who did drink alcohol. We've seen so much success with people who didn't come in first and didn't leave last. But the potential of that versus the reality. So you saw somebody who became all of that with those things in their backpack weighing them down. Imagine if they didn't have to wear that backpack. They didn't have that weight. What that same person would have been, right? And we know him, Lawrence Taylor. Okay, well, he was insane and he did all those things plus some. You ever think about what if he didn't? You think he'd be better or worse? Well, I don't know if he had that edge. You think the edge really came from the horse? Yeah, it probably did.
That's leadership. Watching more tape than anybody in the building. Cam Newton was a huge talent, but I always felt Cam was kind of concerned about how cool it looked. Like in the Super Bowl when the ball was on the ground and Cam wouldn't dive to get it. Leadership is always about one thing.
Oh, I got to insert right here. Okay, as much as that was a Cam moment that he wants back because he would just dove in there and said, forget the risk. Y'all remember Drew Brees when he tore his arm off of his torso? That haunted a lot of quarterbacks. I haven't heard Cam on record say this, but I do know a lot of quarterbacks who have been told the same quarterback position that they told when you throw an interception. Let's just say you ain't got to make the tackle. Remember that? Then Ben Roethlisberger started running around and tackling everybody. Everybody's like, all right, go make the tackle then, damn it. But they were telling quarterbacks for a long time, you throw a pick, get out the way. Because somebody, one, is trying to hit your ass, going to come back and crack back you, right? Peel your cap back, twist your cap off. A D lineman like me, if I see a pick, I ain't trying to score. Right? If I ain't got the ball, I ain't trying to block for him to score. I'm looking for the quarterback. Where he at? Whop! Cam saw that ball on the ground. At that angle, he was like, if I dive in there, there's hell to pay. I might tear my arm off my... I'm just saying, I don't know if he was trained that way, but there was a day where they were training those quarterbacks. Chill.
Winning. Cam Newton liked to win. But when that ball's on the ground, it's like, bro, what are you doing? Don't worry about what you look like. A lot of people want to be quarterback. They love being quarterback. But do you love being quarterback because it's about winning and doing everything it takes to be a winner, which is giving teammates credibility, which is telling scouts, this is the routes we're going to be. I want you to watch this guy in the route we're going to be running. No, bro, they came for you. And there's been a lot of quarterbacks. Kyler Murray, I could add the list. Jay Cutler was a guy like, dude, stop being cool. Stop worrying about being cool.
And this is a very difficult conversation to have because it's result-based, and then we say, see, we told you. Even though going into it, you could say, this probably what happened. But what we're really describing are different personalities. Like, if I know Cam, I know Jake, like, they're just different. They're always going to wear it different, right? Like Sam Darnold is a perfect example. Oh, Sam Darnold, your problem is this and that, and the Jets, and then Carolina, you got a problem. Like, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you go to San Francisco and it's like, oh, you got a problem. Then you go to Minnesota. Oh, I think he fixed his problem. Oh, no. Look at the end of the year. You still got that problem. What's the problem? I go to Seattle and I win it all. Like, it's so much, like we get so much smarter. We sound so genius after we know what happened. And then we be like, see, look at that. But then you can't explain. That means you can't explain half the Hall of Fame. You can't explain Lawrence Taylor. You can't explain Michael Irvin. It's a lot of other ones. I just want to use the ones that they don't care if everyone knows they did their thing. You can't explain. Some cats, y'all don't know, but I know them. And I'm like, oh, he was a fool, a straight mess, but he got away with it. Okay? So let's not let the results always dictate what we think of somebody. Like, where's the Nostradamus in this? Like, predict this the day before they drafted. Right now, he's going on record as saying this is Peyton Manning. That's a tough one to live up to.
Are you about winning? Not about what the image of quarterback is, but what the reality of it is. And sometimes the reality of it is cringy.
I love that. Patrick Edwards, I saw that. Explain Dennis Rodman. Well, he had the edge. Dennis Rodman was doing that when he had no tattoos when he first got in the league and was married to that sister, that black woman. You remember that? People forget that. Now, there's a story they say that made him flip and switch. I'm not going there on that story because I don't know how real that is, but it's a wild story. But the point is, Dennis Rodman was doing Dennis Rodman from hello to goodbye. With tattoos, without tattoos. With the white women, without the white women. With the black woman, without the black woman. Like, he was just Dennis Rodman. So that's why I'm saying, like, let's not try to explain people by a Puritan mindset. Like, some cats just, wow. Tiger Woods, what the hell we doing? We skipped over the biggest one. Tiger Woods was Tiger Wooden. What, would he or would he not? Tiger Woods. In the most Puritan sport there is, golf, etiquette. Even more than tennis. In tennis, they say, shh. In golf, they don't even say shh. You better not speak. Golf different.
Love Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold was 20 in New York City. Small town kid in California. He was not ready for New York. And I love Sam. And Sam's a mature guy, but Sam would acknowledge to you, I wasn't ready for it. I was 20 years old. It was the big city. It was New York. And there are significant sacrifices you have to make as a quarterback. And there's just certain guys that come into this league. Like I've said before, the hat on backwards thing. I could care less if you're a wide receiver, a safety, a Mike linebacker, a guard, a tight end. I don't care. I do not care. But if you're a quarterback on Wednesday and you're representing a franchise and behind you is the bank sponsor, turn that puppy around. You don't want to look like a guy that's been paid to move my couch. Okay? Look like a franchise quarterback. You're going to be the highest paid guy on the team. And a lot of people are saying this guy is a little cringy and he's not cool and he's Peyton Manning. He's exactly what I want.
And blah, blah, blah. I won't lie on the intangibles. This boy is off the chart. Fernando Mendoza off the chart. Can't lie. Feels like a safe bet in intangibles. But you got to go out there and do it with, you got to do it with your body too. Them tangibles matter. And look, I have no reason to doubt him right now. None. Heard about him at Cal, saw him at Cal. He transferred, destroyed it. You got to root for this guy. More importantly, you got to respect what he's done so far. But there are some doubters out there. There are. And I just don't see it. I don't see this guy. You never bet against a guy who's a winner. And listen to me when I say a winner. A winner like a kid winner. Like your child, like your itty bitty winner. Like when I play against MJ in anything, and if I win, and I'm rarely winning some of these things that we do, but if I win, we don't stop until he wins. So we're doing a shooting contest. If I win, do it again, Daddy, because he has to win. When you find an adult that still has that childlike, I ain't never going to stop until I win, because then when you get older, you get a little too cool for school. Or somebody say, oh, that ain't for you. Or you tell yourself, man, I'm winning at other stuff. I ain't tripping on this. Right? That's when you got it. That guy who ain't going to stop until he wins, and I feel like Mendoza is that guy for sure. Some people tell me that's Shedeur as well. Shedeur Sanders. They used to say about Deshaun Watson. What they saying now?
If Deshaun Watson, in a real competition, can't beat out Shedeur Sanders, as a veteran quarterback who's played in a ton of games, experienced a lot of different things, can't beat out Shedeur, that's a problem. And I think he should have the leg up over Shedeur Sanders.
You could cut your losses and move on. Said that was a terrible mistake, and people that made that decision, some are no longer in the building, and we're going to move on.
Well, instead, Jimmy Haslam is telling reporters that he has a great chance.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Somebody said pause. What'd I say? Let me know what I said that was a pause. On this topic right here, this one is so easy, but we're going to make it a story because Shedeur is involved. You know how sorry Deshaun Watson has to be right now. What's today's date? Did my wife text me? April 3rd. You know how sorry Deshaun Watson has to be for them not to start him? I'm going to tell you why. ROI. You know how much money how much money they've given him and how much money they still got to give him just to be there to not put him on that field before Shedeur Sanders. That's just the money number. How about the birth certificate number? Like, I could milk it out. And Shedeur, you young, man. You got your time. Your future's in front of you. Deshaun, you still youngish, but at the same time, you're older than this dude. I can milk this dude on his rookie deal, get what we need out of you on that deal we shouldn't have signed, looking back, and then see if you ever going to live up to it. Like, if you don't play it that way, what are you playing? There's no other game to play. I'm sorry, Shedeur. This ain't even about Shador. It's about the numbers of how much he getting paid, how much you getting paid. How long you getting paid at that low number compared to how long he got to get paid at this big number. Then it's about how old are you? How old are you? Man, what are we doing here? Every single tie, comp, if they're in the same ballpark, Shador, you're going to lose this battle every time. Frankly, as you should. Respect. Okay, beat up in the comments. Tell me something different. Are you kidding me? This is not even a conversation. What? I don't care if it's Shador. I know how much I like Shador too. I know how much I don't like Shador too. Like, it's just real. Like, dog, he had statistically, he had some of the worst numbers for a quarterback in franchise history, and that's a bad franchise. And then he also had some moments I was like, yo, watch. It's going to come. It's going to happen. Okay, well, let's let it happen. But Deshaun Watson? Randy Watson's cousin? If Randy Watson's cousin is anything like he used to be, the First Tabernacle Church, we used to sing, Randy Watson, you got to give Deshaun his chance to redeem himself. And boy, we got to give somebody a chance to. Kelton Gillard. Boy, y'all got that money this morning. Whoa, Kelton Gillard bought 10 of the gift memberships. Let go. We're going to have an all members club. That's right. Shout out to you, big dog. He just bought 10 of them things. And who bought them? Who are you buying for? Y'all better give him some love. Ryan Nick, did communist, a good communist. Oh, Lord, what did I just read? David Joseph, William Meat, Jay Boy, it's Serena, Rory Burns. Why don't y'all get some real handles? What's these handles? Tony, 661, Biggie D, 0822, and Alien Mammy. I love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Patrick Edwards, still love all y'all. Keep it going. Let's see our top 5 before we get to this next topic. What is our next topic? I like to tease y'all. Like she said. Oh, we got to talk about Kirk Cousins and that money. God, Lord. Randy Ballin is 5th. Randy Ballin fell off. 4th, Mars Madness. Darian the Jedi Knight, 3. I like it. Francisco Aguilera, he up. Number 2, and Fried Bryce, number 1. Every time I think of Fried Bryce, I think of Chinese food. And every time I think of Chinese food, I'm hungry, and I'm already too big. Oh well. All right, let's get into this. Because Adam Schefter had to report this. Kirk Cousins, eat, as they say in the streets. Eat. Kirk Cousins will sign a 5-year, $172 million deal with the Raiders that in reality is just a 1-year, fully guaranteed $20 million deal that also contains a club option. That means it's on the club if they want him after year 1 for 2 years at $80 million. Still cheap for a quarterback. Ain't that crazy? Ain't it, Jay? Oh, speaking of that, I'm going to the Kanye concert tonight. I'm pumped, too. My wife and I. Ooh. And I bought these tickets, and then as soon as I got the tickets, I saw some other tickets that were even better at the same price, and I'm trying to exchange them, and I know it ain't going to happen. But, God, I was like, and then now the whole concert, I'm be sitting there like, I could be sitting right there. You ever been there? The customer service agent all of a sudden got busy after I bought the tickets. Wasn't busy when I was buying them, though. Yo ass. The Falcons will pay Cousins $8.7 million this season. The Raiders another $1.3 million, and Las Vegas also agreed to pay its new quarterback a fully guaranteed $10 million roster bonus on the 3rd day of the 2027 new league year. And maybe most notably, it also sets another new mark. This will be the 11th straight NFL season in which Cousins' contract will be fully guaranteed. Oh, y'all understand how important that is? Y'all don't? Let me show you. Watch this. Including the $10 million due next year, Kirk Cousins then will be at $341 million, y'all read the rest, in career NFL salary earnings. Of that, an all-time NFL high, $339 million was fully guaranteed, meaning 99% of Cousins' career NFL earnings will have been fully guaranteed. What? First of all, why that's amazing is because I thought NFL contracts weren't guaranteed. Kirk Cousins found a way to do it. 2, it's amazing because Kirk Cousins is not the best quarterback in NFL history, but he will have made the most money. I love that because that means everybody else, get your agent up, get your game up, get your path to success up. And remember this, because I know it's forgotten, because the apologies are always quieter than the accusations. I remember when Kirk Cousins was under the franchise tag. Remember, he was there with RG3, and they like, why they draft them both at the same time? And then RG3 gets hurt, and Kirk Cousins, and then he plays well, and then he's franchised. And Kirk Cousins was like, all right, well, I'm getting top 5 already. Franchised again, top 5. Now you got to pay me, or you got to get rid of me, right? Fully guaranteed, fully guaranteed, fully guaranteed, fully guaranteed. Kirk Cousins, when all these cats be balking at that franchise tag, I've always been the guy who's like, take it. I know you want to be number one, but to be the average of top 5, you ain't far off. And you are pressing their hand. Oh, no, but they ain't fully guaranteed. Oh, no, they ain't long term. What, you about to quit? You about to get hurt? Bet on yourself, dog. These guarantees is coming. Kirk Cousins played the franchise road all the way to being the highest paid ever and not being the best ever. Just want y'all to remember that because people forget that. Oh, how Kirk Cousins? He got the best agent. Why Kirk Cousins? Because he played the game better than anybody else was playing that game. Sick with it. I love it too much. So good for him, man. Get off Kirk Cousins real quick. Oh, I know. Now I know why y'all saying pause. Y'all stupid. All right, we only got 3 more minutes because I love y'all, but even though my itty bitties ain't got school, I ain't about to be up in here all day. No, I'm not. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I want to get into that Javonte Davis, the flip-flop of that. Ooh, that's crazy. We're going to get into that. Not right now. Let's finish off on some track and field. I want to smile. Oh, we got an itty bitty in the building. Yes, beautiful. Okay, so MJ must be upstairs in his room. And mommy's went to work. Give me some love. Say hi. Oh, you want to be shy, girl? This is Olivia, itty bitty. She didn't wear her bonnet last night, so she got a little afro on top of them braids. We got to get them touched up, huh? It's all good. You want to sing a song? All right, this is how we going to end the show. You want to sing a song? Oh, damn. Don't you wake. Look at you smiling. You want some. Okay. Can we sing our song? Okay, sorry. Can you just say bye to? Can you say bye to the people? People don't want, she wants a YouTube channel. It's really her older sister, but she wants to be on it with her. You can't just stand in front of the camera and stare at people. Because guess what? There's nobody to see. They're looking at you. You got to say something. No? Okay, I'll let your brother do it. Watch your brother. He knows how to do it. See? You see this? Look over here. You see that, baby? It's there. You see, brother?
No.
Okay. Well, you gonna say anything else to people before we leave? Boring. Love y'all, man. Thanks for rocking with us. I gotta go take care of my itty bitties. Peace.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was gonna come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
It's not the verse. Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so.
All right, you gotta say bye-bye. No, you gotta say it.
Bye-bye.
You gotta say blah, blah, blah.